Folks, my next guest tonight is originally from Indiana. These days, he can be seen at the comic strip right here in New York City. Please welcome a very funny guy, Matt Graham.
Thank you. Thanks. Boy, you guys seem to be in the holiday spirit. I guess I am more or less. Holidays really aren't my thing. I never liked them. Even the ones I really like Halloween, you loved it, right? I mean, you're a kid. It's free candy. Well, I'll find the negative points of Halloween, I guarantee you. Remember going to houses always had the really lame treats? Like apples? Yeah. Or pennies, you know. I remember one woman lived at the end of the block. Every year she had brown gravy. She'd ladle that over your goodies there. Oh, it was gross. You take a few steps, the bottom of the bag would fall out, you'd lose the whole booty. But you'll learn to appreciate an apple. Anyway, a little bit about my educational background. I'm a young guy, so people ask. Went to a small high school. We didn't even have a gym. Our school nickname was the Visitors. I never worked hard in school. I'd always look for shortcuts. I don't know if we got any slackers in the crowd tonight, but I was something else. I once got an assignment in high school, 1,500 words on the proverb of our choice. I chose a picture's worth 1,000 words, and I doodled 2 drawings on a piece of paper. At the bottom I wrote, I know I went kind of long, but I felt inspired. And teacher was ticked. She gave me a frowny face, and my friend was mad because he paid me $30 to write that paper. But you learn, and that's what school's for. I have a dog. I recently trained my dog to sit every time he hears a bell. And then I put a bell around his neck. Doesn't get around much anymore. He's not much of a watchdog, but a super gargoyle. Haven't seen an evil spirit lately, and that's up my holiday mood. I don't know why I'm so hard on my dog. My background was always trouble. As a child, I was in and out of institutions, visiting my parents. Appreciate your sympathy there. My mother's schizophrenic. Of course, I prefer to think of her as a people person. Well, I think you can tell I'm an up guy. And my father, he's manic depressive. He has these terrible mood swings. Once he sent me a postcard. It said, "Having a wonderful time, wish I were dead." My dad was cheap, too. This guy is the most frugal gentleman on the face of the earth. I'll tell you how cheap he was. You got to follow my thoughts for 1 second. You know how you look at a light for a long time? You like look away, you can still see the light in front of your face, just as though you were looking at it. That's how my family put lights on the Christmas tree. We'd all stare at a sun lamp, then simultaneously turn and look at the tree. And that's why I love holidays. Hate the Yuletide, too, because my whole family would get so depressed around this time of year, you know. They'd often become even suicidal, so I, understandably, am a last-minute shopper. Well, enough depressing talk about Christmas. Let's talk about sports. I was recently... I'm a master of segues, I think you can tell. But my friends were recently telling me this weird story about this guy, Doc Ellis. He was a baseball player. I'm not making this up. This guy, Doc Ellis, once threw a major league no-hitter while under the influence of LSD, which is quite a coincidence because so did I. Of course, he had witnesses. That looks good for him, you know, but I threw mine hiding under my bed, and it's harder to keep proper mechanics in a confined space like that. Weird story that, but all kinds of weird things happen in my life all the time. Last Friday, my roommate sent me out to get some canned fish because we were having some Catholic survivalists over for dinner. Weirdest thing happened. I'm coming up the steps. I stumble. All the groceries rolled down the stairs except for a can of salmon which fell up the stairs. Oh, bizarre experience, but it gave me an idea. A couple nights later, I was driving the wrong way down a one-way street. Cop pulled me over. I told him I was spawning. And He said, young man, I have reason to believe you're DUI. You know what that is? I said, do I? When in doubt, sound it out. Those are words to live by. Thanks a lot for your time. Appreciate you listening.